Throughout different stages of human history, many peoples around the world have established empires over vast territories. And as per the inevitable law of nature, these empires have again vanished into the depths of time. Some of these empires became known for their military strategies, while others earned fame for their administrative activities or infrastructure development. However, only a handful of empires have been able to exert influence like the Romans. In total, for more than 2,000 years, this empire ruled over a vast area of the world. Why were the Romans so powerful? And how did they fall? To know all this, keep watching the video. The Roman Empire, the greatest empire in history. For thousands of years, powerful kingdoms and empires have risen and fallen across the world. Some became famous for their military strength, while others were remembered for their culture, administration, or incredible architecture. Yet only a few empires have influenced human history as deeply as the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire ruled vast territories across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East for more than 2,000 years through its legacy. Its influence can still be seen today in modern governments, laws, languages, engineering, and military systems. But how did Rome become one of the greatest empires in history? Let's begin the story. The birth of Rome. According to ancient legend, Rome was founded in 753 BC by two twin brothers named Romulus and Remus. Raised by a she-wolf, the brothers eventually built a settlement along the Tiber River in present-day Italy. Although historians debate the legend, archaeological evidence shows that small villages indeed existed in the region during that period. Over time, these villages united and grew into the city of Rome. Its location was ideal. The Tiber River provided water and transportation, while nearby hills offered protection from enemies. As Rome expanded, it began to dominate neighboring communities. The Roman Republic. In 509 BC, the Romans overthrew their king and established the Roman Republic. Unlike a monarchy, the Republic was governed by elected officials and a senate. This new political system allowed Rome to become stronger and more organized. Roman citizens were expected to serve in the military, and discipline became one of Rome's greatest strengths. As Rome conquered neighboring territories, it built roads connecting its growing lands. These roads allowed armies, merchants, and information to move quickly across the region. Soon, Rome became the dominant power in Italy. The rise of Roman power. Rome's ambitions did not stop at Italy. The Republic fought a series of major conflicts known as the Punic Wars against Carthage, a powerful city-state in North Africa. One of Rome's greatest enemies was Hannibal, a brilliant military commander who famously crossed the Alps with elephants. Despite suffering many defeats, Rome eventually emerged victorious. The victory transformed Rome into a Mediterranean superpower. Its territories expanded rapidly across Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia. Wealth poured into the city. But success also brought political conflict. Julius Caesar and the end of the Republic. As Rome grew richer, powerful generals began competing for control. Among them was Julius Caesar. A brilliant military leader, Caesar conquered vast territories, including much of modern-day France. His victories made him extremely popular. Eventually, Caesar became the most powerful man in Rome. However, many senators feared that he wanted to become king. On March 15, 44 BC, a group of senators assassinated Caesar inside the Senate. The event shocked the Roman world. Instead of saving the Republic, the assassination triggered a series of civil wars. The first Roman emperor. Following Caesar's death, his adopted son Octavian fought for power. After defeating his rivals, Octavian became Rome's first emperor. He later became known as Augustus. Under Augustus, Rome entered a period known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. For nearly 200 years, the empire experienced stability, prosperity, and growth. Trade flourished. Cities expanded. Roads, bridges, aqueducts, and public buildings were constructed across the empire. Rome had reached the height of its power. Life in the Roman Empire. At its peak, the Roman Empire governed nearly 70 million people. Citizens enjoyed public baths, theaters, markets, and arenas. The Romans were remarkable engineers. They built thousands of kilometers of roads, many of which still influence modern routes today. Their aqueduct systems transported fresh water across great distances. The Colosseum, one of the most famous structures ever built, hosted gladiator battles and public spectacles. Roman law became the foundation of many legal systems used around the world today. The Roman army. The Roman military was one of the most effective fighting forces in history. Roman soldiers were highly trained and disciplined. They carried standardized weapons and followed strict formations. Military camps were built wherever the army traveled. Roman engineering allowed soldiers to construct bridges, roads, and fortifications quickly. This combination of organization and discipline enabled Rome to control enormous territories. Challenges and decline. Despite its success, the empire faced growing problems. Political corruption increased. Emperors frequently fought for power. Economic troubles weakened the government. The empire became increasingly difficult to manage due to its vast size. External threats also grew stronger. Germanic tribes repeatedly attacked Roman borders. In an attempt to improve administration, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into eastern and western regions. Although this provided temporary stability, deeper problems remained. The fall of the Western Roman Empire. In 476 AD, a Germanic leader named Odoacer removed the last Western Roman emperor from power. This event is traditionally considered the fall of the Western Roman Empire. However, the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, continued for nearly another 1,000 years. Even after Rome's fall, its influence never truly disappeared. Roman laws, architecture, language, and political ideas continued shaping civilizations throughout history. The legacy of Rome. Today, the Roman Empire remains one of the most influential civilizations ever to exist. Its roads inspired modern transportation networks. Its legal principles influenced governments worldwide. Its architecture continues to inspire engineers and designers. Its military strategies are still studied today. Although the empire itself vanished long ago, the legacy of Rome lives on. More than 2,000 years after its rise, the story of the Roman Empire continues to fascinate historians, archaeologists, and millions of people around the world. The Roman Empire was not just a civilization. It was one of the greatest forces that shaped the modern world. And its story remains one of history's most extraordinary journeys.